Hello, everyone, and it is rivalry week this week for the Generals and the Capitals. Generals are the home team today for game one of this three-game series. The first two games will be played today in a doubleheader, 7 innings, both games. Generals come into today with a record of 3-2, and the Capitals are 2-1. Starting pitcher for today is Eric Cartafalsa. He pitches for Mercer. In his last start, he went 4 1/3, gave up 11 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 strikeout, and 0 walks. He took the loss in that start. For the Caps, we got Luke Smith. In his last outing, he pitched 2 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, allowed 4 runs. 3 of those were earned. Gave up 4 walks and struck out 2. He pitches for St. Joe's. So, after dropping their first 2 games, the Gents roared back, and their last 2 games, they swept a doubleheader. They beat the Phenoms. In the first game, they won 7-3 handily. In that game, Greg Delgado had 4 hits. Phil Stahl had 3 hits. And Bryce Mangine, threw 6 innings in that win. In the second game, they also won 5-2, and capped off by a 4-run 6th inning where Zev Moore got the go-ahead RBI double. And the Caps started off 0-1 with a brutal 11-1 loss to the Jersey Pilots. Swept them in a doubleheader this past weekend. In one of the games, Brendan Jordan hit a clutch 3-run double, so the Caps were able to win 5-3. This is a rivalry team as both are owned by Mike Olshin. Capitals in their first year of existence. Trenton Generals are the veteran team. The lineups for today for the away team. Batting first, we got Kenny Taggs playing for the Capitals. He'll play second base. Batting second, Mark Papora playing shortstop. He'll bat second. Batting third, Brendan Jordan. He'll play right field today. In the DH spot, Bryce Fremgen. He'll bat cleanup. Batting fourth, Joey Shannon over there at third base. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth, Jack Haynes, the speedier center fielder. Dylan Galgano, he'll play first base today and bat seventh. Nick Sr. out there in left field, he'll bat eighth. And rounding out the order behind the plate and catching, Chris Reeder. And for the Gens, you got Chase Conklin at shortstop, Giuseppe Arcuri batting second at second base, Ryan Murphy, the All-American, hitting third in left field, Greg Delgado out of the cleanup spot, he'll be the designated hitter for today. Danny Melnick will be the catching duties, batting fifth. Jake Sloss over there at first base, he'll bat sixth. Caden Shapiro, he'll bat seventh in right field. Lorenzo Repack will bat eighth in center. And Mark McNelly will bat ninth and play third base today. The Generals wearing their white jerseys and white pants with orange letters today, and the Capitals wearing their red jerseys with white pants and blue lettering. There's a little bit of contention between the two teams, as usually the away team wears gray pants. The Generals were tripping the Caps a little bit, but we got a great game today. Both teams, they're fighting for Moody Park supremacy and bragging rights and potentially first place in the ACBL. Again, first game of a 3-game set, and we'll be back with first pitch. The starting pitcher today for the Caps, or the Gens, will be Eric Cartafalso. As a right-handed throwing 6-footer, 185-pounder, plays at Mercer. He'll be a junior next season. Went to Washington Township High School, played for the Minutemen, and in high school he went 11-4 with a 2.93 ERA, and had 87 strikeouts to 56 walks. Now Cartafalso is interesting, where he actually throws short arm. He doesn't bring his arm all the way back, and that seems to work for him. I talked to him. He said it was pretty natural, and we'll see how he faces today against this Capitals lineup. Names to watch out for: we got Mark Papora and Kenny Tagliarini. Kenny's batting first, Mark batting second today. Old high school teammates, old high school double play combo, as Papora will play short and Tagliarini will play second. Let's see if their familiarity between the two can have some effect in today's game, as many of these players only met just a few weeks ago. It's a beautiful day here in Moody Park, a 79-degree afternoon, early afternoon today, 5 o'clock now. It's sunny outside, perfect weather for baseball. Virtually no clouds in the sky at Moody Park. There may be some trouble around the diamond with some sun. That's a good problem to have out of your baseball. Another beautiful day for baseball. As Cartafalso finishes up his warm-up tosses, as Kenny Tagliarini will walk to the plate. Tagliarini goes to Dickinson College. Was an all-conference second-team member. Cartafalso wearing number 10. Tagliarini, number 34 today. Conklin deep in the hole at shortstop. Arcuri on the very front of the outfield grass. Loss over there at first base, playing behind the bag on the line, and McNelly just off the line. First pitch to Tagliarini is in there for a called strike, and we're underway here at Moody Park for Game 1 of a doubleheader and Game 1 of a 3-game series between the two Trenton teams, the two teams that call Moody Park home. Tagliarini takes a called strike. The 0-1 swung on and popped out of play. Quickly 0-2 to Tagliarini. Tagliarini in his last game went 2 for 3, scored 2 runs, and had a walk. He's always going to be a catalyst on the bases. Let's see what he does here with this 0-2 pitch. Just trying to protect. Not a power hitter, just wants to get on base. The pitch. Swung on and fouled away again. Count remains 0-2. Tagliarini stands back in. A little bit of an open stance. Cartafalso set. The 0-2 again. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him there. And that's the first strikeout for Eric Cartafalso, and the first out here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Mark Papora, shortstop today. Cartafalso did a great job of pulling the string on there. Tagliarini was really full. He saw 3 straight fastballs, was expecting a 4th. And Cartafalso did a good job of missing Tags' barrel. That'll bring up Papora. Goes to Ramapo College for the road, plays for the Roadrunners. First pitch for Papora is high for a ball, 1-0. Papora went 1 for 3 with a run scored in his last game. Also had an RBI. 1 out in the top of the first. Cartafalso trying to get a little divot in the mound, trying to find a way to be comfortable as he pitches. Set at the belt, despite there being no one on base. The pitch. 1-0 is in there. Called strike, 1-1. Papora, a former all-conference player in high school. Also played for Hopewell Legion. 1-1 pitches swung on and missed, 1-1, or 1-2. Papora steps back in. A little bit of a closed-off stance for him. And the 1-2 from Cartafalso, off speed, fouled off behind the plate. Poro waiting. And the 1-2. Called. Strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the game for Eric Cartafalsa. And there are 2 outs here for Brendan Jordan.
Number 23, right fielder, Brendan Jordan.
Cartafalsa doing well to mixing up his pitches in the early going. Brendan Jordan batting from the right-hand side, playing right field today, as he takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1. Jordan was the hero on Saturday. Only went 1 for 4, but his one hit was a big 3-run double to give the Caps the lead for good. And back in the 6th inning. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Melnick. 1-1. Jordan becoming a leader on this young Caps team. The pitch swung on and missed. 5 fastball. Down in the count now, 0-2 or 1-2 is Jordan. Jordan was a Bucks County Community College transfer. He'll play at Lock Haven this fall. The 1-2 from Cartafalsa. In there, called strike 3 as Cartafalsa strikes out the side here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was nobody left. We go to the bottom of the first. Caps nothing. Jens coming to bat.
After 1/2, the Capitals nothing. The Generals coming to bat. Running down the starting lineup for the Generals this evening, leading off at shortstop, number 4, Chase Conklin. Batting second, playing second, number 8, Giuseppe Arcuri. Batting third in left field, number 23, Pat Murphy. Batting cleanup will be the DH, number 27, Greg Delgado. Batting fifth and catching, number 7, Danny Melnitz. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 32, Jake Sloss. Batting seventh in right field, number 14, Caden Shapiro. Batting eighth in center field, number 6, Lorenzo Repack. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 2, Mark McNally. Pitching for the first game for the Generals is number 24, Joe Sheets.
Dude, that's not Joey Sheets. That's Luke Smith.
Oh, sorry about that. Luke Smith on the mound for the Generals.
For the Capitals.
He is there for the Capitals. Just giving you the Gents lineup.
Joey Sheets pitched last game for the Gens.
That's what they said.
Joey Sheets pitched last game.
That's what I thought.
Wait, did you not get the right lineup? I don't know if you got the Caps lineup.
Yeah, I did. I slid it up to the next picture, and the bottom of the next picture is that. We're going to get this right eventually. Starting pitcher for the Generals tonight is number 10, Eric Cartafalsa. Leading off for the Generals, shortstop, number 4, Chase Conklin.
Luke Smith finishing up his warm-up tosses here in this game. And Chase Conklin, number 4, playing shortstop, will lead off for the Generals. Conklin went 0 for 3 in his last game with 2 strikeouts. First pitch from Smith is outside for a ball, 1-0. Conklin, another leader on this team. The 1-0. Outside for a ball, 2-0. Good eye by Conklin. 4-year starter over there at Bishop Eustace High School, played for the Crusaders. The 2-0 from Smith. In there for a called strike. Conklin maybe offered at it a little, but held back, but still a strike. 2-1 from Smith. Outside for a ball. 3-1 to Conklin. Conklin, big threat if he gets on base here. Smith into his windup, and the 3-1. Right down the middle, called strike. Count is now full. The 3-2 pitch from Conklin is just high for a ball. That'll put Conklin on first base with nobody out. And that'll bring up Giuseppe Arcuri.
Number 8, second baseman Giuseppe Arcuri.
Arcuri loves being in that double play combination with Chase Conklin. Arcuri was 0 for 2 in his last game. Scored a run, walked, and also struck out. Smith's first pitch to him, swung on and missed. Big swing, vicious hack by Arcuri. He's been seeing the ball well now, and it's 0-1. Arcuri really seen the ball well lately. Has a few hits in his last couple of games. Just went hitless in his last game against the Phenoms. Throw over to first. Conklin back easily. That was not Smith's best move. See what he does here. No score in the bottom of the first. Nobody out. Conklin over there at first base. Arcuri at bat. 0-1 to Arcuri. Little low for a ball, 1-1. Wouldn't be surprised to see Chase Conklin steal a bag now. Got a healthy lead off first base. Smith set. Conklin not going. The pitch is in the dirt, but Arcuri swung at it, tried to hold up. Count moves to 1-2. See if Arcuri can protect now. He had .455 this year at Brookdale Community College, where he hit 9 home runs in a shortened season. Another throw over to first. Conklin back again. Luke Smith is trying to keep him honest over there. Smith set again. Pitch to Arcuri. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the first out of the inning. All 4 outs recorded today by both teams have been strikeouts. So there's 1 out. And that'll bring up Ryan Murphy, who hit a majestic home run the other day against the Quakertown Blazers to give his team the lead. And he was really the difference in that game. Gave the Gens their first win of the season. The All-American plays for Rowan. There goes Conklin. Pitch is taken for a strike by Murphy, and the throw by Reeder is not in time. Conklin's able to steal. And that gives a runner in scoring position for the 3-hole hitter in Murphy. Pitch was a strike taken by Murphy. The 0-1. Swung on and drilled through the 6-hole. Base hit for Murphy. Rounding third and stopping is Conklin. That'll put runners at the corners with 1 out for Greg Delgado. Delgado sporting a new number today. Murphy hit that right between short and third. And the Generals threatening early here. Delgado, 4 hits in his last game. First pitch to him from Smith. Swung on and fouled away. Got him on the hands. Might have broken his bat. Looks like it's all right. Count is 0-1. Delgado was the Region 19 Player of the Year for Mercer County Community College. Played very well for the Vikings this year. The 0-1 to Delgado. Swung on and into the right center gap. That'll drop in for a base hit. Conklin will score as Brendan Jordan able to get it in. Runners on first and second now. Conklin was able to trot home. Good piece of hitting by Delgado, just still blooped it in there. Right, Brendan Jordan didn't make much of an attempt at it. He probably knew it was going to drop. And that's 2 hits, 2 straight singles, and that'll bring up Danny Melnick. So Conklin scores on his leadoff walk. Arcuri struck out. Murphy single, and then now Delgado single. So Delgado is 5 for his last 5 at bats. The first pitch to Melnick is outside for a ball, 1-0. Melnick doing the catching duties today in game 1. The 1 pitch is low for a ball, 1-1. Jen's able to take the early 1-0 lead. Still 1 out in this inning. Smith set. And the pitch. Swung on in. Looped into right field, just past the outfield grass. Around third is Murphy, and he will score, and that'll be a 2-0 lead for the Generals. Delgado able to make it all the way to third base, and Danny Melnick able to just fight it off, get enough on it to trickle into right field, and that's 3 straight singles for the Gens here.
Number 32, first baseman, Jake Long.
Good base running by Delgado. That'll bring up Jake Sloss. Sloss playing first base today. Smith first pitch to him is swung on and fouled back. Count is 0-1. Two nothing lead for the Gents. Still 1 out here in this first inning. Smith is set. He kicks. 0-1 to Sloss is a breaking ball. A little inside for a ball. 1-1 now to Sloss. Sloss playing at UMass for his freshman year. Got minimal action. Expected to get a lot more time next season. The 1-1. There goes Melnick. Sloss swings at it. Picked up by second baseman Tagliarini. He'll throw across for the second out, but Delgado will score for the 3rd run of the inning. So Sloss grounds out, but Melnick grounds out, but Sloss grounds out, but Melnick able to get down to second base. 4-3 on that putout, and that'll bring up Caden Shapiro, our resident Canadian. First pitch to Smith versus Shapiro. His check swing, but it's in there for a called strike. 0-1. Shapiro standing in from the left-hand side. 0-1 pitch. He checked his swing somehow. Back-to-back check swings, but the count is a ball. 1-1 to Shapiro. Shapiro had a walk. Went 0-for-0 with a walk in his last game. Native of Toronto, Ontario. Playing outfield for the Princeton Tigers next year. Smith set. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Second strikeout for Smith in this inning. There were 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 man left. We go to the second inning. Gens have the early lead, 3-0. Capitals baseball and Generals baseball are presented by Team Toyota. Team Toyota of Princeton at 2871 US 1 in Lawrenceville, and Team Toyota of Langhorne at 746 East Lincoln Highway in Langhorne. Toyota, let's go places. Generals baseball is also presented by Edward Lesky Contractors. Edward Lesky Contractors, work smart, work safe, work tomorrow. Bryce Fremgen leading off for the Capitals. If they went down in order, striking out 3 straight times. Fremgen hit 2 for 3 with 1 RBI his last game. The pitch. First pitch to Fremgen is low for a ball, 1-0. Fremgen, 6'4", 230-pounder, playing DH today. Designated hitter spot. Carter Falls is set. 1-0. Outside for a ball, 2-0. 5 out of the first 6 outs. So 3 strikeouts for the Gens, 2 for the Caps. Have been strikeouts again. The pitch. 3-0. 3 straight balls from Carter Falsa. So it could be a trend of things to come with the strikeouts in this game. Remgen, a native of Hamilton, New Jersey. A 3-0. In there on the outside corner for a called strike, 3-1. Fremgen, also a football player in high school. Pitch. Swung on and fouled away to the left side. Count is now full to Bryce Fremgen. Fremgen this year for Widener hit .321 with 2 homers and 57 RBIs. Carter Falls has his sign. The 3-2. Swung on and lifted to center field. Ranging over is Jack Haynes. He can't get it. It's over his head. Around first is Fremgen. He's heading, takes a turnaround second. That was actually Lorenzo Repack who missed the ball. And that's a leadoff double for the Caps, the first hit of the game for them. And see if they can capitalize and get some runs back on that miscue by Repack. Top of the first action, nobody out. Bryce Fremgen over at second base. Now I'll bring up Joey Shannon. Joey Shannon was 1 for 4 his last game with a run. Play at Lock Haven next year. Carter Falso waiting. He has the sign from Melnick. First pitch to Joey Shannon is swung on and grounded to third. Foul. McNelly grabs it. Count is 0-1. Joey Shannon playing third base today. Graduate of William Tennant High School. Played for the Philadelphia Angels as his club team. Nothing Gens in the top of the second. The 0-1. Swung on and grounded past McNelly into left field. Bryce Fremgen holds up at third base, and you got runners at the corners with nobody out, and that'll bring up Jack Haynes. So Jack Haynes, a big catalyst, batting 6th today for the Capitals, is 2 for 3. His last game with a run scored. The 34th ranked outfielder in Jersey and the 168 overall player in the 2020 high school graduating class. Carter Falsa is set at the belt. The pitch. Haynes' first pitch swinging. Round ball picked up by Conklin. So Giuseppe Arcuri gets the first out with a wild throw to Sloss. It did not turn the double play. Bryce Fremgen able to score. Capitals cut the lead to 3-1.
Number 10, first baseman Dylan Galgano.
That'll bring up Dylan Galgano hitting with 1 out and 1 on in this second inning. That'll be a fielder's choice for Jack Haynes. First pitch. Inside hits Galgano. He wears that. Carter Falsa, after a brilliant first inning, not having the same luck in the second frame. So first and second for Nick Sr. playing left field today. So the go-ahead run at the plate, despite it only being the second inning. 3-1 early now. Carter Falsa steps off. Wants to get the new signs from Melnick as there is a runner on second. Jack Haynes does like to look in and try to steal them. Carter Foster checks on Haynes. First pitch is swung on up the middle, picked up by Conklin. Takes it to second himself. There's an out there. Throws it across. Oh, Sloss cannot handle the scoop. Sloss dropped the ball. He got the second out of the inning. Galgano nailed at second base, but Senior able to reach. So runners at the corners again, and the 9-hole hitter Chris Reeder coming to bat. Chris Reeder catching today. That was a really nice play by Chase Conklin. Grabbed the ball up the middle. Barely beat Dylan Galgano to second base. Tried to throw it across. If Sloss handled that, that's a double play. But the ball popped out of his glove. He made a nice scoop at first, but he just couldn't hold on. There are 2 outs here. Carter Falls' first pitch to Reeder is low for a ball, kept in front by Melnick. Count is 1-0. Melnick threw 18 of 17 runners out this year for TCNJ. Carter Falsa checks on Senior over there at first. The 1-0 swung on and hit to center field. That'll drop in for a base hit for Reeder. Haynes will trot home. And that's a 3-2 game now. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Senior will advance to second. Haynes will trot home again, as I said. And Reeder at first base.
Number 34, second baseman, Ken Tagliarini.
So Tags will bat now. He struck out his first time up. First pitch to Tagliarini is low for a ball, blocked by Melnick. No one able to advance. Tagliarini, a county champ. Mercer County, back in 2018 where he was a sophomore. The 1-0 from Carter Falsa. Low for a ball, 2-0. Good hitters count for Tagliarini. He loves a chance to knock a base runner in here and tie the game. First and second. 2 outs. The 2-0 from Carter Falsa. In there. Called strike. Tagliarini did not like that call. Count is now 2-1. Carter Falsa set again. The 2-1 pitch. Tagliarini swings. Arcuri up with it. He'll throw across to first base, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs. 3 hits. There were 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Gens lead 3-2. Trenton Generals and Trenton Capitals baseball is brought to you by King's Pizzarama on 200 Ewingville Road. Call 609-882-3042. If you're heading to the game, you order from King's, they deliver to the field, and you don't get charged tax. That's pretty cool if I say so myself. Luke Smith finishing up his warm-up tosses. You got 8, 9, and 1 this inning. You got Repack, McNelly, And back to the top of the order with Chase Conklin. Repack missed the double by Fremgen last inning, right over his head. Misjudged it. Fremgen scored on the play. Repack attends Monmouth University, be a sophomore next season. Luke Smith's first pitch to him is low for a ball, kept in front by Melnick, or by Reeder. Repack, hitting from the left side. The pitch, swung on and fouled at the plate, back to the screen. Count even at 1. Repack, a finance and real estate major for the Monmouth Hawks. Played for Northern Burlington High School Greyhounds. A 1-1. In there, called strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-2 now to Repack. He's got to protect. Some confusion on the mound with Smith as he's into his windup. The 1-2. Breaking ball high. Count even at 2. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Lorenzo tried to check his swing, but fouled off the dugout. Jen's dugout over there on the third base side. Repack just trying to start another rally for his team as they scored 3 runs in their last inning. He was 1 for 2 in the last game. The pitch. High, now count runs full. Outfield straight away. Haynes seems to be shaded towards right field a little. The pitch. 3-2 is lifted in the air to left. It's foul out of play. Generals, probably the favorites in today's game. Caps playing the role of the underdog. Another 3-2. Swung on and ripped down the right field line. That'll get down. It'll be past Brendan Jordan. It'll be foul. Called foul by the umpire. That was just foul. It was deep to right. Repack got a big hold of that. Fortunately, that'll be a long strike. Still 3-2. 3-2 Gents trying to get some insurance runs. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The third strikeout of the game for Luke Smith. Back to back. And that'll bring up Mark McNelly. McNelly hit a big triple against the Quakertown Blazers in unfortunately a losing effort in game 1 of that doubleheader on Friday. Actually, Saturday it was. He'll play third base today. The New Mexico State product. First pitch to him. Swung on and fouled back. Just missed. 0-1. McNelly has a lot of power, a lot of speed. Just needs to make contact. Ball to find a hole. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch from Smith. Ripped. Past shortstop into left field. And that'll get down for McNelly. A 1-out single. And we'll go back to the top of the order. The Gens are seeing the ball well against Luke Smith, the St. Joe's product. Chase Conklin walking up to Chase Utley's famous Cashmere. 1 on with 1 out. Conklin walked and scored his last time up. He also stole a base. First pitch to Conklin is outside for a ball. 1-0. Conklin will be a sophomore next season at Richmond. Plays for the Spiders. Teammate of former Little League World Series participant Jared Sprague-Lott. Throw over to first. McNelly back with a dive. He'll be safe. Count still 1-0. Shannon off the line at third. Tagliarini and Popora double play depth. The 1-0. Conklin shows bunt, pulls back, and there's a called strike. 1-1. Conklin prone to bunting. He had a bunt base hit a few games ago. Does anything he can to get on base for his team. Another throw over, McNelly back again. Gets his uniform dirty, as my old 7-year-old coach, John White, used to say. If you don't get dirty in a baseball game, you're not having fun. The 1-1 to Conklin. Another bunt. He pulls back again. That's a called strike. May have fouled it off, but it is now 1-2 on the Generals' shortstop. Conklin not wearing any batting gloves, a la Evan Gaddis. The 1-2, McNelly not going. Conklin swings, lifts it to left. Going back is Nick Sr. He'll make the catch as Mark McNelly will retreat back to first. That ball was struck well, hit the opposite way, but Sr. able to range over for it and get the second out of the inning. So F7 on the putout. And that'll bring up Giuseppe Arcuri, who struck out his last at bat. Still a runner on first in McNelly. Arcuri. First pitch to him is swung on and popped. Out of play, 0-1. The 0-1 to Juice is swung on, popped up. Someone's calling for it. There's Reeder. He makes the catch. Wow, ball was coming back to him. Makes the catch for the final out of the inning. No runs on one hit. There was one left. We go to the third inning. Gen's up 3-2. Carter Falsa back out for his third inning of work. You'll have 2, 3, 4 in the order. Purpura, Jordan, and Fremgen. Carter Falsa had a great first inning, struck out the side, and a rocky second, giving up 2 runs in that inning. Purpura struck out looking his last at bat. First pitch to him, swung on and ripped into left field. That'll get down. First pitch swinging by Mark Purpura, and it leads off the inning well for the Caps.
Number 23, right fielder, Brendan Jordan.
That'll bring up Brendan Jordan, who also struck out his last time up. Jordan, a 6'4", 205-pounder, playing right field today, batting from the right side. Purpura takes his lead off first. First pitch to Jordan. In there for a called strike. Breaking ball, seems like. Count is 1-0. Carter Falsa checks on Purpura. Sizable lead. The 0-1. Swung on and ripped. Past McNelly at third base. And that'll be back-to-back singles for the Caps. McNelly had it in the backhand stance. didn't set himself, and Jordan able to find himself on base. That'll bring up Bryce Fremgen, who last time doubled the deep center. Fremgen, another player who doesn't wear batting gloves. 3-2 Gens. Caps are threatening in this third inning. Papora at second, and Brendan Jordan at first after back-to-back singles. Nobody out in the top of the third. Pitch to Fremgen. Swung on and missed. Big swing. Fremgen got his pitch and just couldn't come through right there. Count is 0-1. Carter Follison not really mixing his pitches right now, relying on the fastball from his short arm motion. Trying to get the signs from Danny Melnick. Carter Follison set. The 0-1. Outside. Count now even at 1. Carter Follison trying to settle in. Having some trouble again in the third inning. The 1-1 to Fremgen. Breaking ball in there. Called strike. Mixing speeds nicely there. 1-2. Conklin messing with Paporo around second base. The 1-2. High for a ball. 2-2. Caden Shapiro playing a little deep in right field today. A little far off the line. Sloss not holding Jordan on at first. The 2-2. Swung on and in the dirt and missed. And that'll be a strikeout. 4th strikeout of the game for Carter Follison. And that'll get the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Joey Shannon, who singled his last time up.
Number 8, third baseman Joe Shannon.
Joey Shannon, the Lock Haven product. Conklin positioned right behind second base, anticipating a throw maybe from Carter Follison. Runs back to his position as the first pitch from Carter Follison to Shannon. Swung on and missed. Pitch was in the dirt, down and away, 0-1. Haynes on deck. 1 out in the inning. These two were teammates at Mercer County for this year. Shannon choosing to transfer. Carter Follison staying. The 0-1. Swung on and grounded. Conklin scoops it up. Throws across to Arcuri. Gets the first out. The relay is high for Sloss, able to come off the base and get it. So Shannon safe at first. Jordan out at second. And Papora able to scamper on down to third. So runners at the corners with 2 men down.
Number 27, center fielder.
And that'll be Jack Haynes up to bat, who reached on a fielder's choice last inning, but eventually ended up scoring. So fielder's choice 6-4 for Shannon. Haynes playing center today. The pitch to him. In the dirt, blocked by Melnick nicely. 1-0. 3-2 Gens. Caps threatening here. Big hole between short and third. The 1-0 to Haynes. Swung on and fouled away to the left side. 1-1 to Haynes. So Haynes, Mark Papora, who is at third base, Kenny Tagliarini, who's playing second base today, and Tony St. John, who will pitch tomorrow, all teammates in high school. Played for Mercer County, played for Hopewell Valley, won the Mercer County tournament back in 2018. Haynes, Tagliarini, and St. John all making the Carpenter Cup at one point during their high school career. Carter Follison has his sign. The 1-1 to Haynes. Swung on and missed high. Big fastball from Carter Follison. The count is now 1-2. Haynes forced to protect. Haynes a teammate of Chris Reeder, the catcher. They both play for TCNJ. The 1-2. Outside and high. Haynes able to lay off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Jack Haynes with the runner on first and third here in the top of the third. Melnick has the sign. Cartafalsa kicks and deals. Breaking ball in there, called. Strike 3. Cartafalsa able to get out of the jam unscathed. No runs. There were 2 hits in the inning. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Gens holding on to a 3-2 lead. Generals Baseball and Capitals Baseball is brought to you by the Rose Group with Applebee's with locations in Hamilton, Lawrence, and Newtown, Pennsylvania. Leading off for the Gens, Big Ryan Murphy, the 6'7" All-American from Rowan College, played at the Division III College World Series this season before making his way into the Atlantic Collegiate Baseball League. First pitch to Murphy is low for a ball, 1-0. Murphy has pretty much the biggest hit of the year for the Gens this year with that 3-run go-ahead homer. The 1-0. One going to ground it up the middle, and that'll be a base hit, a second hit of the day, second single of the day for Ryan Murphy, who's been on a tear lately. That's the 5th hit given up by Luke Smith, and that'll bring up Greg Delgado, who was also singled in his last at-bat, and scored. So, really the heart of the order, 3-4-5 for the Gens now. Greg Delgado sporting a new number again, number 27. The pitch to him. Swung on and ripped up the middle, speared by Tagliarini. He knocks it down, but he has no play. And let's see if that goes. That goes as an infield single for Delgado. He is 6 for 6. 6 hits in his last 6 at-bats, a la your mean Mercedes.
Number 7, the catcher, Danny.
So Murphy at second. Delgado at first. Catcher Melnick moves up. So 2 pitches, 2 singles. First pitch to Melnick. In there, called strike, top of the zone. 0-1 to him. Melnick, a Quinnipiac Bobcat. Be a junior next season. The pitch to him is swung on and hit to center field, and that'll be caught by Jack Haynes. No runners will advance. Melnick got some good wood on that, lined it in his center, but Haynes had it all the way. Lined right at him. So F8 on the putout, and that'll bring up Jake Sloss. Jake Sloss, the first baseman, rank number 32. First pitch to Sloss. Inside and high for a ball, 1-0. The Generals seemingly jumping right on Luke Smith today in this game. Luke Smith with a 1.61 ERA in high school. The 1-0 to Sloss is low for a ball, 2-0. Sloss in high school had a lot of difficulty hitting that curveball. Remember sitting in the dugout watching him hit against my Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. And he Blake threw him 3 strikes in that Mercer County tournament semifinal. 2-0 to Sloss is swung on and missed. Strike 1, 2-1. Sloss able to correct that mistake in college with countless drills doing the curveball machine. The 2-1 swung on and missed. The breaking ball there, Sloss couldn't hold up, kind of disproving my point there. Count now tied up at 2. So the 2-2 pitch swung on and popped up to right. Going back is Tagliarini. That'll drop. Fair ball. That's in play. All the runners will move station to station. Sloss not really running, able to make it to first base. Didn't think that was going to drop fair. He may have thought that was going to be caught. Ball dropped in between the first baseman Galgano, the second baseman Tagliarini, and the right fielder Brendan Jordan. And that's 3 hits in this inning. And that'll bring the bases loaded for the Canadian pride, Caden Shapiro. This is a big at-bat. He can blow the game open. The first pitch to him is breaking ball in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Shapiro playing right field today. Played first base in his last game. The 1-0. Taken for a strike at the knees. Count moves to 1-1. Shapiro struck out swinging his last time up. The 1-1. Another breaking ball. Another called strike. 1-2 to Shapiro. So Tagliarini and Propora playing double play depth. Shannon and Galgano corners in. Swung on. Off Smith's glove. Tagliarini flips to Propora for the force out. That'll be the second out of the inning. A run in Murphy does score. He comes home. And the Gens get a 4-2 lead. So Sloss forced out at second base. Shapiro able to head down to first. Delgado down to third. Ball was off Smith's glove. Tagliarini was able to make the play and get a force out, but he traded the run for it. That'll be a fielder's choice for Shapiro. Lorenzo Repack in now. The first pitch to him is a called strike at the knees, 0-1. Scores now 4-2 Gens. There goes Shapiro. Pitch is taken high. Reader does not make a throw. That'll be a stolen base for Shapiro. Second stolen base of the game for the Gens. And that pitch was a ball high. 1-1 to Repack. McNelly on deck. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Repack down in the count now. 1-2. Repack struck out his last time up, trying to get some more insurance runs for the Generals here. Shapiro at second. Delgado at third. The 1-2. Swung on and grounded to first base. Scooped up by Galgano, who'll take it to the first base himself. Was that a foul ball? The base umpire signals a foul ball. I wonder what that was. That might have been fouled off the foot of Repack. But it appeared to be a 3 unassisted on there. But I guess it'll be a foul ball. Maybe Repack called time. Regardless, another 1-2. Smith kicks and deals. 1-2 is high for a ball. 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on and grounded. Tagliarini has it. Throws to first base just in time to get Lorenzo Repack, the speedster. The Gens get a run on 2 hits. There were 2 left. We go to the 4th inning. Generals extend their lead 4-2. Capitals and Generals baseball is brought to you by TNL Performance. Sports performance and personal training designed for you on Whitehead Road in Hamilton. Leading off the top of the fourth inning for the Trenton Capitals is Dylan Galgano. And joining me this inning, one of the supporters of Capitals baseball is Mike Coryell, coach of Hopewell Legion Post 339, as Galgano gets hit by a pitch for the second time today.
Something about his body that baseballs just love. He, last year and the year before for me, constantly getting hit with pitches.
Number 9, left fielder Nick.
Well,
Senior.
I'll put Galgano on first base, and I'll bring up Nick Sr., who reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Now, Coach, I like what I've seen from the two teams today. They're playing airless baseball right now, and that's really been a struggle for these two teams over the season. I mean, the Caps in their first game, they had 4 errors.
Yeah, defense is just so critical. You got to make all the simple plays. Really helps your pitchers out.
First pitch to Senior is high for a ball. That's absolutely right. As many good coaches love to say, make the routine plays look routine.
Absolutely. If you remember when the Caps scored 2 runs, the Generals had an opportunity to turn a couple double plays. They didn't turn them.
Absolutely. And also leadoff walks. Conklin walked to lead off the game. He ended up scoring. Leadoff walks will kill you. You have to minimize the walks, which the Caps had 12 walks in their season opener. As Senior grounds it up the middle, Conklin has it, flips his Arcuri at short, and another missed double play opportunity right on cue. And 2 fielders, so Galgano able to reach on a back-to-back hit by pitches, but erased on fielder's choices by Nick Senior. And there'll be 1 out with a runner on for Chris Reeder, who had an RBI single his last time up. Sloss having to come off the base multiple times there over there at first just to save the ball and keep the runner from advancing over to second base.
Number 17, catcher Chris Reeder.
First pitch to Reeder is low for a ball in there.
Nice block by Melnick.
Melnick's been doing that a lot. He's been really keeping the ball in front of him all day. That's what you need as a catcher.
He's a quality ball player. He came through Hun and he played for 31, Hamilton Post 31. He's a really good ball player, really solid behind the plate, and he can hit.
So as being a Legion coach, what do you think Legion can give players that a club team can't?
It's an opportunity to play with some friends, and it's an opportunity to play for something. A lot of times these travel teams are just out there for stats. And there's nothing like playing with some buddies and the camaraderie.
Ball inside to Reeder. Absolutely. I mean, I know I played for a club team and I played for you. It was a lot more fun playing with your friends than trying to get a college scout to notice you, which ultimately didn't end up happening for a lot of kids. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and hit to left field. Nice. Reeder got some good wood on that, but Murphy able to range over for the out.
And he's going to be out anyway because he never retouched second base.
And they were able to double off Senior at first base. He thought that ball was ripped. Didn't see that. And that'll end the inning. There were no runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to bottom of the 4th inning. Gens leads 4-2.
I was hearing my feedback on the things I said very loudly in my ear.
Well, that's what. Here, I can lower yours.
I can hear yours.
You can hear me. So what happened was, you can also hear this. So you can also hear the live stream.
Right,
So the live stream is on a little bit of a delay.
right. But it was very loud
Very
for
loud.
me, yeah.
Okay.
That's what made it. But I couldn't hear you through this at all.
You couldn't hear me for that?
Not at all. I mean, I could hear you, but
Not loud enough. Sometimes it's low there.
it wasn't coming through at all.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Generals is number 2, Mark McNally, the third baseman. He singled his last time up. Back here with me is Mike Coriel, the coach of Hopewell Post 339 Legion and a big supporter of the ACBL. So you coached a few of the players on the Capitals. What can you tell us about them?
Oh, they're some great ball players. I mean, we've got first, second, and shortstop covered here, and they're winners. That's what I can tell you.
First pitch to McNally is high and inside.
And there's something to be said about a winning culture. And the kids that come through winning programs tend to expect to win. And expecting to win is a big difference than hoping to win.
1-0 is grounded up the middle. That'll get through for a single. 2 hits today for McNally, and he'll be on first base. And back to the top of the order for Chase Conklin. Conklin's walked and scored. He's also flown out to left.
Number 4, shortstop, Chase Conklin.
So, what is one of the main components you like to teach the kids when they're either first starting out, or when you're trying to just get them better and get them just to that point where they need to be?
One of my favorite sayings in baseball is confidence doesn't come from always being right, but from not fearing to be wrong. And if you can convince kids to, just go out there and just give it your all and take hard swings and play with some confidence, it's a huge pickup for them.
Conklin down in the count now, 0-2. Still nobody out in this bottom of the fourth inning. Gen's up 4-2. Throw over to first base. McNally back again with a dive. Luke Smith's been paying a lot of attention to McNally on this game. Every time he's been on first base, he's thrown over a few times. 0-2. Swung on and fouled at the plate.
No.
See if that was I wonder if that was a strikeout.
Well, he fouled it off, and they're saying the catcher thinks he caught it before it hit the ground. They're asking for help.
I thought it bounced.
I'm pretty sure it did bounce, but they're going to appeal to the base umpire.
Umpires will.
Who's going to say, I didn't see it.
Yeah, he wasn't. At this level, I don't know if they're exactly going to be.
It's a tough thing to see.
Ball. It's very low to the ground.
Oh, how about
they
that?
Called him out. Wow, that is a strikeout. Conklin not happy. Takes his walk back to the dugout. That'll bring up Giuseppe Arcuri, who's struck out and popped to the catcher today. So actually, Conklin was a state champion in Legion. I believe he played for Brooklawn.
Another storied program in the annals of Legion baseball, or the storied program, I should say.
He goes to a big time program, big time Division I program in Richmond, and he didn't really play for those big club teams. So it shows that if you got the talent, they'll find you.
Absolutely, and a lot of it is Brooklawn and a lot of these better Legion programs really work to see their kids get into college.
Number 8, second baseman, Giuseppe Arcuri.
Smith set at the belt. First pitch to Arcuri is a breaking ball. Gets away from Reeder a little bit, but McNally not able to advance.
Real nice hustle by the catcher there to block it and then to chase it down.
I mean, Reeder made actually a really nice play last inning, or 2 innings ago, on Arcuri, as he made that, able to make that catch behind the plate.
On the
That's
pop-up.
One of the hardest plays for a catcher to make.
You always hold your breath when you see that ball go up behind a plate.
First pitch to Arcuri is grounded past the diving Shannon into left field, and that'll put 2 runners on with only 1 out for Ryan Murphy. Now, Ryan Murphy's a heck of a player. One of the biggest guys in this league. Definitely the biggest guy on the field right now.
Well, if you're smart, you'll take pictures with him while he's at the field this year, because this kid's going to get drafted somewhere along the way. He's got all the tools. Heck of a nice kid, too.
Heard it here first, guys. First pitch to Murphy. In there for a called strike, 0-1. Murphy is singled twice and scored twice.
He can hit. He could throw. He throws in the mid-90s
He
off the
pitches.
mound.
Will he get drafted as a pitcher, or will he get drafted as a hitter? Murphy hits one to center field. Haynes going back, still going back. He makes the diving catch out in center field. Jack Haynes with the range. Haynes, we know, is a speedster, and he's able to track that ball down. Murphy hit it a long way, and Haynes able to make that catch in deep right center field.
That's a great play by Jack.
Haynes probably ran about 100 feet to catch that ball. Murphy struck it well, and Smith able to take a deep breath, able to exhale. That ball maybe would have scored 2 runs.
Yeah, that had triple written all over it. Arcuri can run, and Murphy would have been right on his heels. But to finish your question about Murphy, he went to Rowan this year. He hit 390 with 9 home runs. So I think it'll be as a hitter.
All-American over there at Rowan this year. Actually, Arcuri hit 9 home runs for Brookdale this year as well. A nice JUCO out there in.
For a smaller kid, man, he's got good pop. Again, another nice kid, always smiling.
2-0 to Delgado. Low for a ball, 3-0. So 2 men on, 2 men out.
But you're seeing the difference here. The play that Reeder made, keeping that runner on first base.
Broken bat, little blooper, picked up by Purpura, throws
Nice
across
play.
to Galgano, and that'll end the inning. Great play by Purpura to overlook the broken bat. That bat was shattered. The little half is out there in short left field, and so able to get out of the inning with no runs. There was 2 hits in the inning. There were 2 men left. We go to the 5th inning. Generals still lead 4-2. That catch by Jack Haynes made last inning could be the Northfield Bank money play of the game. Northfield Bank, nearly 40 locations in New Jersey and Metro New York areas. Now here, starting off with the top of the order for the Caps. Leading off is Kenny Tagliarini. Tagliarini has struck out, grounded to second today. Looking for his first hit of the game. Trying to get on base, get some runs for his team. First pitch to him. Swung on and ripped up the middle into center field. And there it is, right on cue. Kenny Tagliarini, his first hit of the day. First pitch swinging against Farda Falsa, who's back for his 5th inning of work. Tags got some good wood on that. He's not going to hit home runs, although he does have the power to. Just trying to get singles, get on base, and we keep the line going. That'll bring up Mark Purpura, who made a spectacular play to end the bottom of the 4th. Here's Tagliarini. The throw by Melnick is not in time. Tagliarini swipes second base. So 2 pitches here in the inning, and the Caps have a runner in scoring position on second base. Nobody out. That pitch to Purpura was a ball, 1-0. Tags takes his leadoff third. Arcuri and Conklin both covering the pitch. Inside. Dropped by Melnick, but he scoops it up before he can get Tagliarini can advance, and the count is 2-0. Already 9 hits on the day for the Gens, 6 for the Caps. The 2-0. He taking a called strike on the inside corner to Propora. Count moves to 2-1. Again, I can't say enough about that great play Propora made. Once the bat shatters, a lot of players tend to stay unfocused, but Propora able to keep his eyes on the ball. 2-1 pitch is grounded, and that'll be speared by Conklin. He spins, he pivots, makes the throw. It is not in time. Conklin made a great throw, and that may be a questionable call. Nevertheless, Propora able to sprint down the line. Conklin made a great play, made the stab. But unfortunately, his throw may have just been a tad late. And Propora able to get on first base with an infield single. And that'll put runners on first and second, bringing Brendan Jordan to the plate. Jordan is singled and also struck out today. Jordan hitting from the right side. Got big Fremgen on deck. First pitch to Jordan. There goes Tagliarini. Melnick does not even attempt to throw, and Tagliarini able to steal third base. Propora does not move up, however. But Tagliarini steals second, steals third, and gets himself in a prime position to cut into that Generals lead. Runners at the corners. Pitch was a ball. Brendan Jordan up now. The pitch. Outside, just missed. 2-0 the count. Carter Falsa, for the 3 out of his 5 innings he's pitched today, has been in trouble. In danger of falling behind Brandon Jordan, 3-0. The pitch. Popped up. Out of play. Behind the plate on the right side. Count is 2-1. We're here in the first game of this doubleheader. 7-inning game will be played, so the Caps better hurry up and if they want to get ahead here in this game. Second game will begin shortly after this game finishes. Another throw over to first. Back with a dive is Propora. Propora, not really knowing that Tagliarini was going to go, did not attempt a steal of second base, a double steal there. Maybe missed a sign. Nevertheless, Melnick let Tagliarini steal back-to-back bases as the 2-1 is high for a ball, 3-1. And a big hitter's count now for Brendan Jordan. I have to stop myself from saying Bryce Jordan, as that is the name of the basketball stadium at my alma mater, Penn State. 3-1 is foul behind it, foul behind the plate. Count runs full on Jordan. Jordan is the perfect man for the job. Exactly the player that Coach Brett Young wants at the plate right now. The 3-2. There goes Propora. Pitch is taken for a ball. That's a walk. And the bases are now juiced for Bryce Fremgen. So a single, 2 singles and a walk, loading the bases for the Caps. And that'll bring out Coach Heffley to try and calm down his pitcher, Carter Falsa. There is warm-up action out in the left field bullpen, as Fremgen can easily give the Caps a 2-run lead with one swing of the bat. So this pitching mound visit, brought to you by Wildflowers Inn. Wildflowers Inn on 2572 in Pennington Road in Pennington, right on the circle there if you know where that is. So nobody out in this inning. In the top of the 5th, Capitals threatening. They could really use a big inning. Only have this at bat and 2 others rest of the way in this game. Again, this game is for bragging rights and Moody Park supremacy. Rivalry week here in the ACBL. Fremgen steps in. Has doubled and struck out today. The first pitch to him, low for a ball. 1-0. So Conklin and Arcuri in double play depth, a little bit in, will trade the double play for a run as Sloss and McNelly corners in. The 1-0. in there, called strike. 1-1 to 1-1 to Fremgen. 6'4" Fremgen, big arms, not wearing any batting gloves. The 1-1. Swung on and lifted to center field. Going back is Repack. He's under it. He makes the catch. Tagging and scoring is Tagliarini. Purpura thought about heading to third, and he gets thrown out. He gets thrown out. He did not get back to second base in time. He was off the base. Conklin had it and whipped around to throw it to second, and that's 2 outs here in the inning. What a base running blunder there by Mark Purpura. Gets thrown out. So F8 on the putout for Fremgen. They do get a run home with Tagliarini. Close the gap to only 1 run. But Purpura with a base running blunder. A second ago, the Caps had bases loaded with nobody out. Now they only got a runner on first with 2 men down. First pitch to Joey Shannon is low for a ball, 1-0. That's a real big momentum changer in this inning. Carter Falls trying to get out. The pitch to Shannon is swung on, off the glove of McNelly, and everybody's safe. First and second, that'll be an error on McNelly. Right to him. He didn't body the ball up again, and he booted it, and that'll be an error on McNelly. So Jordan able to go on down to second, and that'll bring up Jack Haynes, who's reached on a fielder's choice and scored. He's also struck out looking in this game. So 0 for 2. Haynes hungry for a hit. He's really due for one about now. Making a spectacular catch a few innings ago. First pitch to Haynes. Gets away from Melnick, but nobody else able to advance. Count is 1-1. Or 1-0. Excuse me. A lot of hits in this game for both teams. The 1-0 to Haynes. Breaking ball. That's low for a ball. 2-0 to Haynes. Carter Falsa should be out of this inning. Melnick. It was a tough play, but he was right at him, and he just booted it. 2-0 pitch. Another break. Count runs to 3-0. Let's see if Haynes has the green light here from Coach Brett Young. Galgano on deck. Been hit by a pitch twice. The 3-0 pitch. In there, called strike. Haynes had to take one there for the good of his team. Count runs to 3-1. Still a big hitter's count for Haynes. The 3-1. Swung on and hit to center. Repack under it, makes the catch, and that'll end the on 2 hits. They leave 2. There was an error. After 4.5 innings, Gens still lead the game, but 4-3 now. New pitcher for the Capitals. That'll be Nick Hammer out on the mound. Final line for Luke Smith. Gave up 4 runs on 9 hits. He's on the hook for the loss right now. Pitched through 4. 1 walk. And leading off the Melnick has
Generals, the catcher, number 7, Danny Melnick.
Melnick has doubled and flown out to center today. So Nick Hammer from the new home after spending his freshman season at LaSalle. He's the 23rd right-handed pitcher in New Jersey in the class of 2020. And the 1-0 to Melnick is high for a ball, 2-0. Hammer for LaSalle this year pitched 23 innings, had a 3-1 record. High 9.39 ERA. The 2-0 swung on and bounced over there to Shannon. He picks it up, throws across, and it'll be in time to get Danny Melnick, who was running hard. And that'll be the first out of the inning. 5-3 there on the putout. 1 out in the bottom. Again, so the Gents had 5, 6, and 7. That'll bring up Jake Sloss, who has grounded to second and reached a fielder's choice. The pitch to him. In there, called 0-1 to Sloss. Actually single today. The pitch to Sloss is popped up foul. Quickly 0-2 to the UMass Minutemen. 4-3 Gents here, trying to extend. Scored 3 in the first and a run in the third, but the Caps have crawled within 1. The 0-2 to Sloss. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout of 2 quick outs, bringing up Caden Shapiro. It's a cool story about him. I was on the way to my friend Owen Lynch's high school graduation from Bucks County Technical High School. First pitch to Shapiro is low for a ball, 1-0. And I was talking to his dad about this internship that I had. And we're talking, and I talked about Shapiro, how his 0-1 is 1-0 is low for a ball, 2-0. I was talking about how Shapiro's father is the president of the Blue Jays, agent of Cal Ripken Jr. 2-0 is outside for a ball, 3-0. And he said, oh, is his father named Mark Shapiro? I said, yeah. And he's like, he's in Moneyball. I'm like, no way. 3-0 in there for a called strike. He's in Moneyball. And so he pulled up. Billy Bean goes and a 3-1 pitch, low for a ball, and walks Shapiro. Gets on base now with 2 outs. And he shows me the scene. Shapiro's the guy in Moneyball portrayed by Reed Diamond. And that's pretty cool if you say so myself. If my dad was in Moneyball, that'd be pretty cool. So we got a player on the Gents whose father was the former owner or former general manager of the Cleveland Indians, now current president of the Toronto Blue Jays. And that'll bring up Lorenzo Repack, batting out of the 8th spot, playing center. And he takes the first pitch he sees for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 to Repack is in there, call strike. There goes Shapiro, the throw by Reeder, and it gets into center field. So Shapiro with the delayed steal right there. And, maybe if Reeder had been watching, I think Shapiro saw that Reeder collapses to his knees after every pitch. Wasn't expecting Shapiro to steal. And now a runner in scoring position with Lorenzo Repack a chance to give the Caps another insurance run. The 0-2 swung on and ripped right at Kenny Tagliarini. Takes it on the short hop, throws over to first, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was a man left. We go to the bottom. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Gens lead still 4-3.